current member.
Well, I know, but they were members.
Not a current member, but I was, hey, it was 3 of the hardest years I ever volunteered.
But we all volunteers, Mr. Reed.
Yeah, I know, we're all volunteers.
And I'm a short timer. I've only been here 13 years as a volunteer.
That's true.
When I moved here came back to, I grew up in Wilton County, and when I came back to make our homestead here again in Wilton County, several years back, I got a phone call and they asked me if I would come help them join the Consolata Foundation Fund. I didn't know what the heck it was, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be honest with you. I had to find out all about it. When they told me what the purpose was, I said I'd be happy to be part of this, as long as all the money goes to the benefit of the hospital and not to the personal gains of people. And that's exactly what we've done as stewards of that money. I guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen, as president, that's the only place it's gonna go. I signed checks along with 2 other people. And that's where the money's gonna go. What we have here, we got some people coming in from Houston, we got them from Bernie, we've got them from San Antonio, and we've got them from Rio Grande Valley gonna be at our tournament here. They're gonna come spend it. What we're also doing is, and I can't go into a lot of detail about it, but there's some new medical facilities gonna be created here in Wilton County as a result of what we're doing, because they realize what we have. We have the best doctor care of anywhere in South Texas without far. You look at all the specialists we have over here. I mean, some of these guys have been all over the world in the military and so forth. They chose Floresville to be their home back here, to come back here to work with us. And I would highly recommend that y'all come and be part of it, to mingle with these people that are going to be out there, and this way this money will go to stay right here in Wilton County. I thank you for this opportunity. If y'all have any other questions, I'll be happy to try to answer them for you.
Now, I usually go to your dinner.
Gentlemen Diamonds, we'll be doing that on August the 6th. And I'm going to let you in on a little other information. We're creating another event to bring more attention to what we're doing here in Wilton County and County Memorial Hospital, and Wilton County specifically. We're going to create a sporting clay shoot, which is going to bring in the youth and start teaching them how to shoot, how to fish, and how to bow hunt, archery. We're going to do all of that with the youth and bring them in too. So we're getting more involved with it, and people from outside are coming in and say, why don't y'all do that? There's no place for this to be done here anywhere in South Texas. There's never been a sporting clay shoot in Wilton County. This will be the first one, and that will be September the 7th when we'll be doing that. And a lot of this is all being donated. Again, we have, and I'm going to thank, there's 2 oil companies that we have here in Wilton County y'all may not be aware of. One is Recoil Oil, which was previously Hunt, and then we have Will Call. And I'm telling you, those 2 guys our companies are very, very involved with us in doing what we're working toward and striving to do the best for the hospital. And I think some of y'all have met some of these people, and you know what I'm saying, that when they say they will be part of, they really are. They step forward and they volunteer. They call me and say, let me help you, whatever we can do to help you. And that's the kind of participation we're getting. And I want to thank y'all for y'all's participation in the Denim and Diamonds. You've been coming there for many years. Ms. Turner has too, and I really thank y'all for all of that. And ladies and gentlemen, again, thank y'all for this opportunity. Any other questions anybody may have?
Mr. Pavia?
The only thing City says yes, as long as the promotion is for tax tourists. I'm sure that.
We do it, again, it don't cost us a heck of a lot because of the attitude. There's a fellow named Roy Holly, and he has a talk show on the radio every Saturday, talk about Texas. And we promote it there. The newspaper does a very good job for us there. We promote it every which way we can.
So that's why she says against the disqualified.
And I tell you something else. Anybody that listens to me, I promote it. So,
Okay.
and it don't cost anything either. I don't charge anything for that.
According to Sylvia, it says yes.
Any discussion from the board?
So there's different options. There's within the fire, you requested 500, but we either do a 200 hole sponsor or 350 team, with different things, so.
Well, I suggested a team because that way you'll intermingle much more than
We
being.
can't do it. It would have to be like Johnny would have to invite business owners to do it.
Well, that's fine. Y'all pick whoever you want.
Or a whole sponsor. There's a whole sponsor.
But the only difference between the whole sponsor, Mr. Reed, and
Yeah, I know.
and
Yeah, I'm
the
just
team,
saying,
because,
multiple things.
and we have lunch, we provide lunch over there. Again, this is all being donated and paid for. It don't cost any of that money come out of the hospital fund, that's being donated.
Yeah, that's quick, that's already next Saturday, right?
That's
This
coming
Saturday.
Saturday, yes, sir.
This Saturday.
Oh, this
Yeah,
is,
That's
this
this Saturday.
Saturday.
13.
Yeah, today's the eighth.
we can't table this one.
Now you wanna play?
Is that called?
But I was hungry. Oh, let me tell you something else. I don't know how many of you guys watched the tournament the other day on television. Valero, this gentleman had a hole-in-one. Not only that, the next day, he almost had the second hole-in-one. The ball bounced right over the dead gum hole. I mean, he missed it by 6 inches for the second hole-in-one. How much he got for the first hole-in-one or the second one, I don't know. But our hole-in-one, one is for $25,000 and the other is for a new pickup truck donated, you know. So we have two hole-in-one, there's possibility there. Let me just say this, is it a possibility? Yes. Is it a probability? Most probably not. But I'm being honest with you, but I said, after I saw what happened there on the television, I mean, 2 in one day, following days, well, man, you never know.
All right, let's go, Mr. Michigaba, yes or no?
Participated, Jay?
What?
I said, Mr. Galna participated last year, because I still do.
We would love to have you back.
Yea or nay for Mr. Michigaba?
Yeah,
You make a motion?
Motion.
based on the attorneys saying that it meets the requirements, go ahead and.
Okay, Mr. Idra?
What price you can do
Hmm?
the event sponsor?
Be the
$500?
$500.
Motion by Mr. Idra to sponsor $500 for the Consolata Golf Tournament. Is there a second?
I second.
Second by Castillo, all in favor say aye, raise your hand.
All right.
Motion carries 6-0.
I will abstain.
Five,
you
zero.
abstain?
501.
501.
I thank you so much. We'll have tacos there, and we'll have donuts there, and we'll have coffee there to start the morning off.
Are they free?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wow.
$500.
I'm donating them, so I know they're free.
We got the event sponsor, you put a team in, right?
There goes the
With the
$500.
event sponsor, you put a team in?
Pardon?
He's donated it.
With the event sponsor, does he have to put a team together of people to do it?
Well, we'd love to have a team out there, so y'all can
Oh, yeah.
talk to the people. We'll still take the 500 because it goes toward equipment for the hospital.
Yeah, that's fine.
But no, but it was, thank you so
But
much.
if we don't have the team, how do we supply it to the dinner?
Well, come on up, if y'all pay for a team, come on and eat with us. We'd love to have y'all there. And y'all can visit with the people there because we have them from all over.
All right.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank y'all so much. God bless all of
Have a
you.
nice day.
And by the way, pray for rain.
We just had some.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, please.
I apologize again. I was a little bit nervous, but I wanted to thank you for all your support for the Floresville Alliance and our car show.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
No, rain is like a blessing from the good Lord. I call it holy water. I don't call it rain as the Melissa County News knows that every time they call me, I said, we had so much holy water that fell. But the holy water falling from the sky and a newborn baby calf makes everybody happy. God bless you. Thank you.
Okay, item E, Mr. Rosenberg, Louis Rosenberg, President of the Wilson Area Children's Foundation, invited us to participate in the cowboy breakfast in the amount of $500. That's one table, right?
Yes, sir, that is. May I?
Yes, please.
How are you, you're up?
I'm sorry. I'm not nearly as prepared as these prisoners prior to me. However, Mr. Rosenberg was called away for an emergency and asked me to step in. The sponsorship for a table is $500 for a full table or $250 for a half a table, which is 4 seats. The Cowboy Breakfast benefits the Wilson Area Children's Foundation, who works with the schools in our county. They identify through liaisons and staff members at the schools. They identify families with children that are in need of receiving clothing at the beginning of the school year, or food and presents at Christmas time, Thanksgiving, different
And the
things
car
like this.
seat.
And their car seat program. Thank you, Mr. Reed. I appreciate that very much. That was very needed. Yes, we do work with the car seat program. And this year they've started doing scholarships, which are targeted for the youth, which will not be going on to four-year universities. They're going to try to go target those kids that will be going on to trade schools and other avenues of education, which we hope will eventually come back and invest in our community.
And our attorney said,
There's a motion to go with the factors policy.
So this is actually buying a table, is that what we're doing?
If you would like to sponsor a table or half a table, that would be welcome. If you just want to participate in donating, purchasing a ticket, that would also be welcome. The money will be used toward the
I think
children.
the attorney's on the table, I think.
you're gonna what?
No, the attorney's on the table.
You're gonna sit at his
I'll go
table?
ahead.
let Sylvia know.
I did bring some flyers and I did bring some.
I'll give my best.
Well,
If you don't mind, just to give you a little bit more information.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, until we get a criteria, I mean,
And this is ours.
What was your name, ma'am?
Shelley Baker, I'm so sorry about that.
And your position there with the?
I am Mr. Rosenberg, senior paralegal.
Gotcha.
And a member of the foundation.
Gotcha, thank you.
I'm actually taking a referral over to them this next meeting. Not at work.
Donation for plate.
Oh,
Give it to her.
thank you so much. Is that okay with that?
Yeah.
With that?
This year, I think
Oh, did you get one? We
the
just-
breakfast is being held at the event center.
I will. Thank you.
Shelley, is this the
Yes,
first
you
year?
can. No, this is the 17th,
No,
well, it's the
it's
first
the
year for
event
the
center.
scholarship, it is the first year that we're using the event center,
Okay.
yes. And we're very excited, they've been very accommodating. and
Thank you.
helping us. We should leave the whole phone in there, right?
I'll make a motion to do a table.
Thank you very much.
Okay, motion by Mr. Reed to buy a table for $500. Is that correct, Luke? Okay. A table for $500. Is there a second to that? Second by Mr. Edrak. All in favor, raise your hand. All opposed?
I will,
Who will abstain? Mr. Gonzalez.
If this is done based on tourism,
yeah, there's people that come from all over to
Okay.
learn how they promote it.
do, well,
It's confusing, isn't it?
yeah, item A, we need to go back and revisit that one, because we're approving all of these based on tourism, we need to go back to item A.
Mrs. Turner, you want to?
Okay, so looking
Yeah,
at
what,
TML, and I
Did you
just.
finish, I'm sorry, did you finish this one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm sorry, miss.
It was 501.
Don't know if you can see it from your phone. I don't know if you can see it from your email, but I sent you an email. This is a two-step process according to TML. And they asked the question about fireworks. And they're saying the prototype hotel tax controversy is an event like fireworks show or parade. Cities frequently ask if they can fund fireworks show with hotel motel tax. And they're saying, does fireworks fit it? And they say probably not, unless it is truly a spectacular event, but let's give the benefit of the doubt. But they're saying when you look at the 9 categories, fireworks is not. So they're saying otherwise, direct funding of fireworks display is likely not a good fit for hot tax. That's what TML says.
That's what's not now, what's yes.
That's the hot tax, because I think that's what.
But it does say that the
it
city
fits
can,
better under
that the
hot
city can
tax.
fund it some other way. It does say that.
And ergo, EDC. It's my
No,
math.
no, this
So-
is separate kind of
Some
thing.
of the way, because the other things that we're doing for, everything else is done for the event center, the entertainment, the whatever we did for the carnival, yes, we use hot tax to pay for that. Even staff is out there, we use hot tax to pay for that. So we never use hot tax to pay for the fireworks because it doesn't necessarily agree
I understand
according to
all of that.
TML and the comptroller.
And this has gone through legal review. How many years already? We've done this 5, 6 years?
Well, I know
It's about the third year.
it's the
Third
third
year?
year, because we're doing a 2 year, so,
But I seem to recall that we went through a project process on that one where it was announced and accepted by the city as a project. Did we not? I seem to
I think
remember
so.
that happening.
Now, I remember, and I should know, when we talked about fireworks before, someone no longer with us that was on your board wasn't necessarily in support of the fireworks because he was concerned about the attendance. But when it came up to advertising, your predecessor, attorney said that it's marketing and advertising, so there.
I know they put the billboard and I know.
And it does bring a lot of people.
And we haven't budgeted, like, I think it was a line item.
So I think tourism, I keep hearing the theme of tourism. Mine's a two-day event, it's a one-day event, that I want to take away from my one-day event. But it's a one-day event, more likely most people not gonna stay in a
Y'all
hotel.
still gonna bring like the carnival and everything and open it free to the community?
Yes.
Or a
Yes.
little different this year?
And it's a two-day event because we took it away from the 4th of July because we were having a hard time getting somebody really to just come sell fireworks for us on the 4th of July. It's kind of.
So y'all do like the first whatever
So we're
Saturday?
doing the last
The last
weekend
weekend.
of
Oh,
June.
every year.
Right, and so it's more of a family event. So we're having
Anytime I
sports
can get one.
activities, some other things, activities. So
With-
like I said, it's not a pressure thing. My event's not next month, but I'm just saying, hotel motel, we've always took the position that I can't use hotel motel tax. But again, because I need to come back for other projects, I'll wait for the criteria once you set it.
Well,
and
let me
what your
ask the
criteria-
attorney, Mr. Attorney, can we go back to item 3A? It was originally tabled.
We have to rescind it, right? Who tabled it?
I tabled it. I rescind my motion to table and you second it.
I rescind the second.
Okay. Note that Mr. Reed and Ms. Castillo both rescind their motion regarding tabling item 3A. Any other discussion on 3A?
Can you tell us what Sylvia said again?
Says, yes, it meets the criteria of chapter 51 of the tax code. It enhances and promotes tourism and hotel industry tourism. It's promotion of the arts and promotional programming for the tax tourists.
No, that's exactly what's required for the hot funds, you know, the item that you said promoting the arts and the fact that it brings tourists,
Yes, it does meet the
tourism.
criteria.
Now, again, you say it can be done, it says most likely cannot be done or should not be. That's what it said, you read it.
Yeah, that's what TML recommends, that you do not fund it.
So we have to look at it, and this is our recommendation maybe on in the future. How are we gonna do this? Are we doing this as a tourist thing, or are we doing this as an EDC to market our town? You know, we wanna say we want tourism here, we wanna promote these programs, but they don't know where to come. Johnny said at last meeting, we need to go out there and put them billboards up with the 3,500 homes we're at. We start, you know, putting our name out there.
Well, we're promoting some of these others based on tourism,
Yeah.
so why, I mean,
Why not?
why not?
Yeah, because what are you gonna get out of it? I mean,
Until we do the criteria, because
Yeah.
right now, we need to do that. You stole something?
No.
You look like it, right?
Right.
You're a title sponsor.
Did you make a new motion?
No, I'm just looking at the company name included on logo, company name and logo included on tickets. Company name included on back of tickets, recognition in advertising and PR, including in all promotional and marketing materials at the event, social media and email marketing, a vendor booth space, so we can put an ED vendor booth space on just like the car show.
There is a provision under the economic development law that says that you're allowed to expend money on promotional activities, but not to exceed 10% of your total revenue. But does that mean promotional activity related to projects? I don't know. Now, is it just promotional? That may be the end on this one. But there's a limitation on this that it cannot exceed 10%.
If we're gonna do it on advertising, however they spend that
Not
money on
advertising,
advertising.
promoting.
Yeah, promoting and
That's right,
marketing.
yeah. But promoting economic development, so to speak. But again, you know, it's left pretty much open as to whether it relates to just projects, promoting projects that would be under this
How many
particular
projects
law,
are like this
or
year?
just promoting across the board, economic development across the board.
One.
Let's say that one event, and it brings a couple thousand people, if we
Yeah.
I think we put it behind it on our end, we have to put a big booth and show it when people come from, oh, maybe they wanna,
Come visit Floresville.
okay, well, not visit, but
Can
maybe
we
put
do
their
it-
business here.
Can we do
start
it
their
under,
business.
under that aspect where it limits us to no more than 10% of the total intake? Meaning the income that we have, which is what, about 700, 800,000?
880.
The way, normally, the proper way to do this, and the way it should be done, and it should have been done, is that every year, and the problem you have is that you have good organizations that pop up through the year, but there has to be some form of uniformed protocol, that you have a cutoff date for submission on your donations and sponsorships. And the application should be sent in for you to be reviewed, looked at, approved, disapproved, put it on the agenda, don't put it on the agenda. You have to decide, but based on your legal opinion from your attorney. Now,
That should
the
be done like
problem,
at budget time? Yeah.
something like that, but
Yeah, you're right.
and the problem with that is that you have some very good organizations that are gonna fall through the cracks, that really need funding, that really can do some good for your community, really can do something, and they're gonna fall between the cracks.
Johnny, are you talking about HOT funding?
No, we're talking about any FEDC
Because what you're
funding.
saying applies to the HOT, you know, where you do it at the beginning of the year, everybody comes in and you do a,
No, sir, what I'm referring to is any FEDC funding of
Any
any sort
request.
whatsoever, any request.
well, when you're talking about industries coming in at whatever time they can or should or want to, whatever it is, you can't do that kind of thing, how can you?
When you say
I think
industry,
Mr., he's talking about community support.
I'm not sure what he means.
No, I think, are you referring to community support?
Yes, community support, your support of these different type of projects that are coming before you on a consistent, and they become now more consistent, and they become more repetitious.
Which comes under that promotional aspect of it?
That's what we need to decide.
But then
We
you're
need
saying
to
this
decide
item
where
is
do
a
they
budget
fit?
item?
The only place I think would be the promotional
Do
income.
you have the budget? I mean, I don't have the big budget, but in the book, don't we have a budget item for this?
Well, I think right now would not be the time, I wouldn't recommend it, because you're gonna spend a lot of time on that. And I think the best thing to do is this workshop, and then set out your priorities, but the main, most important thing you need to do is get your legal opinion from your attorney to give you direction based on the projects you've received and any future projects in the future. That's whether they meet or they do not meet, and you shouldn't base your opinion on the expediency of a requester wanting it because the event needs it,
Absolutely.
and it's not gonna occur because they're not getting their money. You need to base your decision based on law.
Mr. President, may I make
That's
a-
my professional
may I make
opinion.
a comment or
Yes, sir.
put out a directive? Mr. Attorney, I'm sorry, I didn't catch your
Padilla.
name.
Padilla?
Padilla? Señor Padilla. Glad to know you. Anyway, you're listening, you've heard all the discussions here, the concerns we have. Can you go back and try to treat our concerns and come up with some kind of recommendation as to how we can fix them?
Taking notes for Sylvia.
Okay, but I needed to say that, okay? And then the workshop comes up and maybe we can iron this out so it applies across the board. But I still have concern that, you know, we're dealing with things that do not appear to be under the aspect of economic development, and it's just going to increase. And yeah, we would like to help, I mean, who doesn't? You know, I'm doing this for free too. But again, we need to be sure, like you said so many times, Johnny, we need to be sure that we're comfortable that we're making the proper decisions based on all available technical
Yes, sir.
advice.
As Mr. Reed said before, we need to set precedent.
Yes, because, you know, I think it's very timely, Sherry, that you brought up that question, because we need to do this as soon as we can.
And to create consistency, because we refer to Sylvia's recommendation on a lot of these, we need to look at item A one more time. What did Sylvia say about this?
I keep reading it over and over.
Read it again.
Okay, it meets the criteria of chapter 351 of the tax code. It enhances and promotes tourism in the hotel industry in Floresville, promotion of the arts and promotion of programs to attract tourists.
See,
Okay.
that is all
In order-
tourism, that's all tourism, it comes perfectly under the HOT, other than the fact that we have something that arbitrarily says you can't do this. but even the categories got it down.
But
But to create consistency
Turner.
with what we've done with the other
refresh my memory, this event is supported by hot tax and 4B tax, sales tax.
So far, it's only a hot tax.
So far, just hot tax.
Hot tax, we pay for everything else, entertainment, everything else we bring in, advertising, for hot tax.
Right.
That we do today.
So it's not a fully funded by a 4B tax.
No, so I think that for the event, we're at $55,000 is what it's gonna cost us total.
Yeah.
There is a revenue that the city receives back, but we don't ever break even. So the position of the city has been historically to set the precedent that we cannot use hot tax for fireworks. And so they have come to ask previously of the EDC to sponsor the fireworks.
And it's been supported.
And has
But
been
but on
supported.
here, it's not asking for fireworks, so I mean, it's totally different, it's more marketing and all
It's
that.
asking for, we got the same thing last year.
But how they spend it.
Yeah, so on your last sponsorship, it was a sponsorship that we received, the title sponsorship, and so the T-shirts and everything that we had previously at EDC. But again, like I said, I just need to understand the criteria. There's gonna be an application, just let me know what the application is, I will apply appropriately. Even though we do share the same attorney, it says in TML recommendation that you do not use hot tax for fireworks.
And yet,
There was a motion on the floor by Mr. Reed and seconded by Ms. Castillo to rescind the previous motion to table. Can we take a vote on that before we go any further? All in favor of the motion to rescind, raise your right hand, raise your hand. Okay, 6-0, Mr. Rodriguez. Now let's go on, if there was any action to be taken, let's do that now.
I think at this time, because of how we have addressed the others and taken Ms. Rodriguez's advice, in all fairness, I think that we should, at this time, approve it and not wait for the workshop.
Okay. Is there a motion by Castillo, second by Reed to approve the request for $15,000 from the 4B to the 4A? All in favor say aye. Oh, I'm sorry, raise your hand.
Thank you, I really appreciate it.
501. Mr. Gonzalez.
501.
501. Can we take a 5-minute break?
Yeah, easier.
we need it.
Okay, 5 minutes.
Sure.